Hey everybody, this is Tom from DLD Drum School. It's great to see you again. In this video, again, we're going to just keep on building on the great work that we've already done. And we're going to go all the way in now, and I'm going to show you the 4 most useful rhythms that will apply to so many different situations in your day-to-day drumming. Now, the great news is 2 of them we've already done. We've looked at rock rhythm 1 and we've looked at rhythm 2, and we're just going to build on this now, and I'm going to introduce rhythm 3 and rhythm 4. So rather than giving a full backing track demonstration of each one, let me just show you each one briefly, and then when I break them down, you're going to see them one at a time in more detail. So a reminder, rock rhythm 1, you've already done this. If you haven't, go back to that previous video just to build up those skills. 1, 2, 3, 4. And by the way, you notice when I finish something, it's just natural, instinctive, just to add on that bass crash on the end as a nice full stop of whatever you're doing to draw it to a close. Rhythm number 2 is exactly the same. Again, this is on your screen, and all we're doing is taking that single bass drum crotchet on beat number 3 and splitting it into a quaver pair. Remember how important the mouth is to say the rhythm: bass and snare and bass, bass, snare and. As always, get yourself through the setup checklist. It's so important. People very often think, why do we always talk about this? It is one of the main differences between just sitting down and bashing the drums like so many people do, rather than what we are doing, which is doing it like a drummer. So rhythm number 3. If we say that rhythm number 1, first of all, it's the most simple rhythm, which is great. We can get going. And also it has a nice kind of dance feel. Rhythm number 2 has more of a kind of rock feel to it, and also, as I've said, it's one of the most versatile rhythms that will fit most situations, so if ever you don't know what to do, that's the one to go to. Rhythm number 3, it's a bit of a hybrid. It has a kind of pop rock feel. First of all, let's look at it and get used to how we would say this. Remember, we have to be able to say it before we play it. So with me, bass and snare, bass, bass and snare and. Bass and snare, bass, bass and snare and. Goes like this. And it is very, very, very similar in arrangement to rhythm number 2. If you could physically move these bass drums, on like a touch screen, basically the 2 bass drums on beat 3 of rhythm 2, it's like we've slid them forward by 1 half beat, by 1 quaver beat, so they come that little bit earlier. Now, we've talked so many times about how managing change is one of the most difficult things with drumming. It's all about controlling the brain. There's the front of your brain, which is the conscious part of your brain. That's the bit that does the forward thinking and is making you do what you're doing right now. And then we have what we call in the back of the brain, which is like your subconscious. Now, for our drumming, it's terrible. It gets in the way the whole time. That back of the brain is desperately trying to anticipate what's coming next, and it constantly makes mistakes. It makes us do things that we really don't want to do. And what it most commonly does is it gets used to what we were doing before and tries to go back to what it's used to. So if you've been practicing rhythm 2 over and over and over again, don't be surprised that your brain wants to keep going back to rhythm 2, okay? So rhythm 3, take it nice and slow with the mouth. I'm going to say it and play it at the same time now. Bass and snare, bass, bass and snare and. And I want you to have a go at that rhythm now, 4 bars in a row. Remember the rule of 4, 4 good ones in a row. Now, when you do these 4, I want you to pause the video in just a moment to have a go at this. It will not be surprising at all if you do, let's say, 2 of rhythm 3, and then on the 3rd and 4th attempt, your mind wanders back to rhythm 2. I've seen it 1,000 times. So each time you play the new bar, for the rule of 4, 4 in a row, make sure it's always rhythm 3. Don't allow that back of the brain to pull you where you don't want to be. So have a go at that now. Pause the video. Come back when you can do 4 good rhythm 3s in a row. Okay, so at this stage, we should be able to do 4 rhythm 1s, 4 rhythm 2s, and 4 rhythm 3s nice and comfortably. If I gave these 4 rhythms a difficulty rating, rhythm number 1 is the easiest. Rhythms number 2 and 3 are both, let's say, medium difficulty. Now, rhythm 4, it is more difficult. Rhythm 4 is the hardest one on this sheet. But if we just keep using the techniques that we've learned, we should be able to break this down, no problem whatsoever. So first of all, here's the rhythm on the screen, and let's just get used to reading it with our eyes and saying it with our mouth. We're not going to play anything until we control the brain, read it with the eyes, say it with the mouth. So say it with me now. 3, 4. Bass and snare, bass and bass, snare and. Bass and snare, bass and bass, snare and. So if you can see there are 3 bass drums on the bottom, on that 3rd bass drum, if your mouth said snare by mistake or something like snare bass, like a hybrid of the two, don't be surprised. It happens to absolutely everybody. Bass and snare, bass and snare. Oh no, it's not a snare. And you realize it's a bass drum. Well, that again is the back of the brain interfering, trying to help you, but actually getting in the way. So this is a great reminder of say what you see with your eyes, not that voice in the back of your mind. Ignore the voice, follow your eyes, say what you see. Let's say it together one more time. Bass and snare, bass and bass, snare and. Excellent job. Now, as I said, this is the hardest of the 4. So if you need to pause the video at this stage and get used to saying that rhythm, absolutely fine. So now we're used to rhythm number 4. You know what's going to happen next. We want to apply the rule of 4. Can you do 4 good ones in a row? Remember, the back of the brain is going to try to make you do other things. Maybe go back to your more comfortable rhythms like rhythm 2. It's your eyes that you need to follow. Switch on your mouth. The mouth is the link between the brain and the body. Goes like this. Bass and snare, bass and bass, snare and. 4 in a row. Well, fantastic job. Listen, I know that I've thrown a lot of material at you here, but these 4 rhythms, they really are going to be a major, major breakthrough in your drumming career. Rhythm 1, simple, dance. Rhythm 2, like a rock feel and very, very versatile, fits most situations. Rhythm 3, like a rock pop feel. And this rhythm 4 has more of a kind of funk feel. So if you're in a situation now playing to backing tracks, or if you're playing in a band, and you're thinking, well, which one of these 4 rhythms do I choose? Just go with the one that fits in the best. It might not be the best fit, but it'll certainly be a very good fit, depending on the situation. This really links, by the way, into our golden rule number 3, which is to make sure that our drumming fits in. So in terms of practice now, in terms of applying your skills for those 4 rhythms, what I'd like you to do at this stage is get used to playing these 4 rhythms independently, okay? I don't want you to mix them up at this stage. The next video is going to cover that subject because transitions are really tricky. So what I want you to do at this stage is just get used to the rule of 4, 4 number 1s in a row, separately 4 number 2s in a row, 4 3s and 4 4s, and then gently moving between them but without the transitions at this stage. Get those skills and you are well on your way to becoming a really versatile and competent drummer. Fantastic job. As always, if you are enjoying these videos, if you could please just give us a like and a subscribe, that would be really, really helpful. Once you get used to these rhythms, apply them to the real world. Again, gently with the metronome, start playing to backing tracks. There's some links to backing tracks in those comments below. Well, what a great job. You are doing superbly well. Remember, keep on practicing, keep on playing, keep on enjoying your drums, and every single thing you do it like a drummer. We'll see you in the next video where we're going to link those 4 rhythms together.